Hi friends, today I would like to discuss another important concept, that is parameter passing techniques in functions. Okay, so what is parameter passing technique? We know that functions are the building blocks for any C program. The functions will communicate by calling each other, like one function can call another function, and similarly one function can share some information with the other function. So this information can be of two types. One is a calling function can pass values to a called function, and a called function can return a results to back to the calling function. So this is how the information exchange will be takes place between the two functions. Okay, coming to the concept parameter passing in functions, so there are two techniques. One is pass by value and another one is pass by address, or you can call it as a call by value, call by address. So first one is a call by value and second one is call by address. So these are the two techniques that we can use for passing the parameters from a calling function to the called function. Okay friends, first I'll discuss the first concept, that is call by value. Okay, so as its name suggests, a call by value means a calling function passes a value to the called function. That means the copies for the actual parameters will be sent to the formal parameters. Okay, so we already know that what is an actual parameter and what is a formal parameter. Okay, actual parameter is the one which is used in the function call, or the values that are sent by the calling function are called as actual parameters, or you can call them as a real parameters. These values are copied into the called function. So the parameters in the function definition or function declaration are called as a formal parameters. Okay, remember friends, that is a actual parameter and a formal parameter. Parameters in function call are called actual parameters. Parameters in function declaration or definition are called as a formal parameters. Okay, so now I show you an example where we can use this a call by value concept. Okay, so and another important concept is in call by value, if any changes made to the formal parameters does not affect the actual parameters. Okay, so I will show you the example. Okay friends, so this is a small program, so where we have declared a function called a swap function. So this swap function is taking two values, that is a and b, and this is a return type, so it is not returning any value, so I have declared it as a void type. So in the main program I have declared two variables a, b, so both are integer type. So a is a value 10 I have taken, and for b I have taken 20. Okay, so I have called the function. Okay, so you can see this is the function call, and I'm passing AB. Okay friends, so here I'm passing the values of the variables, that is the value of A and value of B. So we know that whenever you call a function, the execution of the calling function will be suspended, or it goes into a pause mode, and the execution control goes to the function definition. So here I am passing the values A, B. Okay, so the A value will be passed or copied into A, and B is copied into the B. Okay friends, I am once again telling you that these A, B are used in the function call, so we call them as actual parameters, and these A, B are in the function definition and as well as in the function declaration, so we call them as formal parameters. So these are the formal parameters and these are the actual parameters. So what does your call by value do is, A, B will be copies for the A and B will be created, and those copies are transferred to this A, B. Okay, these here A and B and here A and B, they are not same. These are the local variables for these two different functions. You can give the same names as A, B, or you can use another names for something like X and Y. Okay, so a copy of A will be created and a copy of B will be created, and here a separate memory is allocated for A and B. So here A will get the copy of A, that is 10, and B will get the copy of B, that is 20. Okay friend, now I have declared another variable called temp here. So temp. So what I am doing here is I have taken the third variable temporary variable. I am just exchanging or swapping these values. So I am passing the value of A into temperature, that is the value of A is 10, and I am passing it into temp. So temp will get the value 10. Now a B value is copied into A. So B value is 20. So this 10 will be overwritten with 20. Then I am passing the value of the temp into the B. So this 20 will be overwritten by 10. And I am just printing that what are the values of A and B. So now you can get this output, sample output as so A is equals to A value, that is 20, and B is equals to the new value, that is 10. So now you can clearly see here that the values of the A and B are initially 10 and 20. After swapping, the values are 20 and 10. So here actually the swapping of the variables are performed. So by this end of the function, the control comes back to the main function. So that is the line after this function call, that is this one. So here again we are checking whether the values of this main function, that is A, B, are exchanged or not. So remember friends, here the value of A is actually 10 only, so there is no change, and the value of B is 20. That means whatever the changes, that means the swapping of the A and B are not affected in the main function, because we have created a temporary variable and we have performed the swapping of the numbers in the function, not in the main function. So whatever the changes that we are performing on the formal parameters does not affect the real parameters or actual parameters, because this A and B belongs to the main function and this A and B belongs to the swap function. So actually here these values are not swapped, the values are swapped in the function. So this is called call by value. So here the call by value, so what is an important or key point to remember? Is whatever the changes made to these formal parameters does not affect the actual parameters. And one more thing is, here we are passing the values of the actual parameters to formal parameters. Why the changes doesn't reflect in the actual parameters is, we actually performed all the operations on the copies, not on the original values. So this is a call by value. So these variables A and B in the function call are known as actual parameters. Actual parameters. The variables in the function declaration. This is the declaration. This is the function declaration. And this total block is known as a function definition. function definition. So the variables in the function declaration and function definition, these two and these two are known as formal parameters. Formal parameters. Okay friends, so this is the call by value. Now we'll see what is the call by address. Okay, so what is a call by address? Okay friends, for learning this call by address, we should aware of one important concept from C language, that is pointers, because a call by address can be performed with pointers. So we have already discussed what is a pointer. Pointer is a variable which stores address of another variable. So in function call, instead of passing the values to the called function, we will pass the addresses of the variables to the called function, where we will use the pointers to receive these addresses. Okay, remember friends, so in function call we pass the addresses. In function definition we'll have a pointers to receive these addresses. Okay, so the same program, that is swapping of two numbers, so I'll write it with the pointers, where whatever the changes that we perform on the formal parameters, that will be reflects on actual parameters. Remember friends, when you use call by address, so whatever the changes we perform on the formal parameters, that will actually reflect the actual parameters. Okay, so we see an example program now. This is the main function, and now I am writing the definition for the swap function. That is I have taken two pointers, pointer P and Q, Okay friends, you can see this program. So where I have declared a swap method, a swap function, that is having two parameters, that is P and Q. So P is a pointer and Q is a pointer. Why I have taken these parameters as a pointers means, because this swap function will receive the address of a variable, not a value. So in the previous example, in call by value, we have passed the values. So we have declared normal variables. But in this case, we will pass the addresses. So we have taken these pointers. Okay, so this program is almost similar to the previous one, but with the call by address. So here I have declared the same two variables A, B. So A is having a value 10 and B is having a value 20. So I have called the function swap with the addresses of A and address of B. Okay friends, here P and Q are the pointers. So P is receiving the address of A, and Q is receiving the address of B, So we already know that every variable will be having an address. So like a value that you have assigned, A is having an address and B is also having an address. I am assuming here the address of A is 10,000 and address of B is 20,000. Okay friends, now ampersand of A, that means address of A is copied into P. So P will get the address of A, that is 10,000, and Q is another pointer which is receiving the address of B. So here the address of B is at 20,000. So 20,000 will be copied into the Q. Okay friends. Now what we have done is we have taken a variable called temp here. So temp, and we have assigned the star P. Star P means the value at P. What is the value at P? Value at P is the A value, because A's address is with P. So that means P is pointing to A and the address of B is with Q and Q is pointing to B. So the value at P, that is the A value, is taken into the temp. So A value is a 10, so that is copied into the temp. So temp will get a value 10. Again, star Q value is copied into the star P. What is the star Q value? The value at address 20,000, that is 20. So this 20 is copied into the star P. Star P means the value at P, that is A. So this 20 is actually copied into the A. So A will get a 20. Again, what we have done is we have copied the value in the temp into the star Q. That means the star Q means B. So what is the value in temp? That is 10. This is copied into the B. That is 20 is override with the 10. Okay friends, so we have just performed the swapping. So in the previous case we have done the swapping on the variables. Now we have done this on the pointers. Okay, by end of this function we'll coming back to the main function. So in main function we are checking whether these AB values are swapped or not. So we are printing AB values. Now you can see the output here. A is equals to, what is the value of A? So the previous value of A 10 is override by the 20. So the value of A is 20. Then what is the value of B? So B equals to, the previous value 20 is override by the new value, that is 10. So you can actually see here the values of the actual parameters, that is the parameters in the main function or calling function, are actually swapped. So why? Because we have used the concept called call by address. So whenever you perform this call by address, whatever the changes you are actually performing on those pointers are actually reflecting on the actual parameters. So remember friends, in call by value address, the changes made to the formal parameters will actually reflect on actual parameters, whereas in call by value, whatever the changes made on the formal parameters does not reflect on the actual parameters. So this is, remember friends, in call by value, the changes made to the formal parameters do not reflect in the actual parameters, whereas in call by address, the changes made to the formal parameters do reflect in the actual parameters. This is the main difference between call by value, call by address. This is an important concept of parameter passing techniques in functions. Thank you.